Hello, it's Spence, the evil genius, from to the laboratory with your lab secrets tip of the day. Well, actually, I'm giving you a bonus because today it's not a double play, it's going to be a triple play. I was getting so excited to show you all the features behind the scenes, I lost track of time. So at the end of video 2 of 2, now we're going to do the bonus 3 of 2, I was about to show you how I make sure that the C-Light version of our Lab 2010 theme was activated. And we're going to go ahead back and reload the page, and when we do, we see that that nice black and white theme has now become a virtual clone, if you will, of the new Woo theme, C-Light. And that's because, as I was describing, the new lab theme framework allows you to keep all of the contents, all of the structural elements, all of the actual code base that makes things happen, separated from the skin. So you can turn on and off a visual effect and get the exact look and feel you want without losing anything like you would normally in WordPress when you switch out one theme to another. Now, this is a trend that's happening elsewhere, but with our case, we're also wrapping it together, as we've said, with what happens in the Lab Secrets dashboard. So, just to sum up what we've had happen here, we've got the Lab Secrets dashboard as a plugin. Inside of there are all of our lab code specialty plugins. That means that any of the products that we're going to create for you are going to have the most simplified, easy to use, entrepreneurial level understanding features. And when you go ahead into your lab store, you'll be able to grab a new lab plugin or a lab tchotchke. A lab tchotchke, remember, is something that does a glamorous or a visual appeal kind of thing, such as a visual slider or something that will give you a little bit of a change in the look and feel without you having to get into the CSS. Whereas a plugin is going to be something that's a full-fledged function, like in this case we have Lab Photo Booth, Lab Photos, Lab Protect, Lab Videos, lab music, etc. Now, when you have a theme, we're going to call that a theme, but it's basically a glamorous skin. Because remember, the framework, everything that performs all the nitty-gritty details, never will change, never will go away. So you can add to the look and feel without worrying about losing that functionality. And last but not least, we're going to be offering a service where you can just get the theme skin, whatever you want to call it, developed right for you, and we're calling those lab themes. That means that even if you're not an artist, you can have your custom brand covered for you for a very small fixed fee. No variables involved. All right, now let's go back and see what the last things we can show you are before the end of this third of 2 tutorials. Now, if you recall, when I went over to the appearance widgets, we can go ahead and adjust what shows up in the various zones. And like everything on WordPress, you can close down these little menus. Now, if I wanted to do so over here in the lab layout, I've got my About page. I can go ahead and convert that back to another layout. I've shown you before already how to do a 2 layout with a right margin and a center column. Let's flip it around. Let's do a left column and no right column. So we're going to go ahead and go over to the right sidebar. And just to remind myself what I've got the login box, the recent activity members, right sidebar. I take it back. Let's make it easy. Let's make this back to a 3 column. So I'm going to leave this stuff here, but I'm going to add into the left sidebar some space. So remember, the way this works is all you need to do is to activate a widget of any kind in that zone, and it will automatically open up that spot. So I'm going to go over here to left sidebar top. And I'm going to remove the part that says to hide on the About page. I'll get rid of the photos too. And I'll click on Save. And when I do, that's going to activate that widget. And now it's going to open up the left column. So now I've got the ability to have my left column, my right column. And one of the things to point out is everything's sized automatically. You might have noticed that we didn't have to change any CSS, but it automatically created the layout we needed in order to have everything fit appropriately. Now, I'll kick it up a notch. I got 30 seconds. Let's just go ahead and add something above that. We're going to go ahead and add in the top content. And on the About page, we're going to go ahead and show on the About page. Click Save. I got 10 seconds left in the tutorial. 1, 2, 3, bam! We've now added a banner in there, which I can size and adjust. But you can see there's really almost an endless number of possibilities, just like Lego blocks. All right, this is Spence with your sneak peek of the lab dashboard. See you at labsecrets.com.